Sit down and leave me alone, or I'll make sure you never work here again. Wow, that was actually said to me by a coworker. Hi, my name is Dan Byler. Tonight I'm talking about bullying in the workplace. We're going to be looking at the characteristics of a bully, as well as some solutions to this horrific problem that is on the rise in 2016. Now, I personally was a victim of workplace bullying for 8 long years. And through some counseling and some seminars and getting with my HR department, I am pleased to say that I'm bully-free, and I have learned a lot along the way, and I'd like to actually pass that along to you guys tonight and help someone else who may be dealing with this very, very thing. So we're going to be looking at 3 different things tonight that I believe are key components in bringing this and exposing this to the light and getting you out of this situation. The first thing we're going to talk about is naming your problem. Okay, naming your problem. Secondly, we're going to talk about counterattacks, what you can do to kind of offset the situation. And thirdly, we're going to talk about exposing the bully and bringing it into the light. So let's talk about the first thing, naming your problem. It can be anything that you would want it to be. I mean, bullying is the most common name, workplace bullying. You could call it emotional dysfunction. There's several things you could call it. It's harassment, and it can be even physical. It could be emotional. That's all things that you can be said. What is a bully? I had someone ask me that the other day. What actually is a bully, Dan? Because what constitutes that? So here's the definition of what a bully is, and I'm going to read this to you. A bully, the use of superior strength or influence to intimidate someone. If that's ever happened to you, then you are a victim of bullying. It doesn't have to be in the workplace. That could have been done in any position of power. But if that has been done to you, then you are a victim of bullying, and it needs to be taken care of. So naming your problem. So emotional abuse. It can be physical abuse. It can be anything that brings some justification and brings some validity to the issue that you're having, because until you actually face it, bring it into the light, and expose it, it really isn't a problem to anyone else. It's just something that you're internally doing and dealing with. And that's what I was a victim for years. I tried to move my desk. I tried to do things to alleviate the issue without actually taking proper steps. So naming your problem, that's the one thing. Just a simple and effective name. Secondly, understand that these people are motivated by many, many different factors. It could have been emotional abuse in another relationship, and they're just trying to get some sort of justification on their own end for that. Cyberbullying is on the rise. Teens, more than ever, are everybody's on Facebook, everybody's on the internet, and they're all trying to be social with each other. So a lot of people are bullying that way. Guys are befriending girls, and the less popular ones, and then trying to make them pretend that they like him or whatever they want to call it, and only to really hurt them. And it's led to teen suicide. So if you're a parent, please just watch what's going on in your kid's world and make sure that this isn't going on. So secondly, transitioning, I want you to know that there's power in naming the problem. There's power in this issue. And once you get confidence to actually come forward, that's when the resolution actually begins. Secondly, let's talk about that. How can you do some counterattacks? Well, counterattacks can be done in many different ways. You can put out an external arrow by, first you can go get mental and physical and emotional help through a professional. You can speak to your HR rep about it. You can begin taking those steps. You can be proactive and move your desk, which I would advise only if you find that is in conjunction with the other topics and other things that hand. Work trauma is overwhelming. There's no question about it. But it can lead to other physical complications if you don't get help. So consult with an attorney. They're free. They do a free consultation. You can also look for policies in your handbook. That's another really good way. You might even, and this is something to consider, think about a different employer and just begin that search. That'll be beneficial for your retaliation in this problem. With that in mind, let's look at exposing the bully. Lastly, really, it's reporting this is gonna have adverse reactions, but again, the target was really on you when you started being bullied by this person. Stick to your guns. If you've made the decision to do this, then stick with it. Secondly, give your employer time to respond. Find out if they can help you with this solution. And thirdly, just depart with dignity. If you have to leave, then leave with dignity. I always used to say, I show integrity, not because of your integrity, but because of mine. That's why I show respect. That's why I show what I show. So leave with dignity. In conclusion, naming your problem, counterattacking, revealing the bully, are all ways of alleviating this problem. But I want you to know, don't feel guilty about this. Don't feel guilty about it. You didn't bring this on yourself, so don't feel guilty for exposing it. Bullying is on the rise. However, it can be stopped. Should a person be afraid to go outside of their house? Absolutely not. Should a person be afraid to go to school? Absolutely not. Go to work. I believe by taking effective steps, you can enjoy every single day and enjoy every environment you're in. Thank you.